stream here. It's a sunny day here in Ohio. Make sure if you're new to the content, you go ahead and subscribe right now. Smash that like button. Every Friday for the last 5 years, I've been bringing news, information, product reviews, and other advocacy to the Ohio and beyond. And, you know, what I'm trying to do now is the Ohio Cannabis Expo. Hey, how you doing, Lynette? And I got my tablet here so I can see stream. So let me get this together so I can see it. All right. Hey, I always be kind. See, now I won't be struggling to see you because I got it right here on my iPad. So the first thing is, what are you medicating on today? Hey, Craig, good to see you here. What y'all medicating on right now? Now, I want to talk a little bit about why I'm sitting here in the living room and not in the kitchen, and why I'm on my phone and not on my computer with all the fancy graphics. Over the last couple live streams we've done, I've been noticing that we've been getting more views when I use my mobile device. I don't know exactly why, but it seems to me like we're way more active, even in our chats and everything, when I use the mobile device. So I got my phone plugged up to the charger. I got it on Do Not Disturb, so nobody should be calling me. But we're going to cover a couple different things. So I live in the Columbus area, and right now they're trying to prevent one of the dispensaries from opening a new dispensary. This dispensary company already has some locations throughout Ohio, and right now this dispensary is being told they cannot open up in the location that they already proposed to locate at. So this, you know, is going to be kind of a hit for that particular area, because now they're not able to have that dispensary. They may have to start all over and find a whole new building, and that's going to probably really be crazy. I mean, Larry, you got some layer cake? Okay, Craig, that's what's up. Granny's apple. What Granny's apple? I'm dying to know what that tastes like. Is that flour? I mean, yeah. Bot Tricks is always doing its work, isn't it? Isn't it keeping the chat honest? Now, one thing I will say is I noticed when I was looking at the website, many of you haven't voted yet. So I want to talk about that in some detail. So what you need to do in order to vote on my site is really kind of a 3-step process, but you can make it a 2, but it's easier for me if you do it the 3-step. The first step you need to do is go to OhioCannabisAwards.com and subscribe to the site. Become a site member. That will automatically allow me to be able to communicate with you really easy, really quickly. Then go to vote and fill out the voter registration form. This just helps us make sure we're not dealing with spam and bots, okay? Then after you do that, I'm going to send you a message with your voter ID. It's going to be real short, to the point. It's a number. Once you get that number, you go back to the vote form, which is through Google Forms. And the reason I use that is because it allows me to get a lot of information. That way, at the end, I can kind of show you, if you're interested in the data, how it's shaped out, what percentage and what region. It'll help us kind of understand a little bit about where people voted at and where people didn't vote at. So it's all an experiment. We've never done this before. Please don't expect it to be a perfect thing. The Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner is on November the 2nd. It's going to be at the same place as the Ohio Cannabis Expo. The tickets are on sale at OhioCannabisExpo.com. And you can buy the tickets on OhioCannabisAwards.com. Now, there's 2 tickets out there. There's a 1 ticket. If you just want to go to the awards dinner, it's $50. But if you want the combo ticket, that gives you the expo both days and the awards dinner. That's why it's $100. I want to explain what the $100 gives you. You get the 2-day expo. That's the workshops, there's panels, and the expo itself. And then it also, if you're getting the dinner, it's a buffet style dinner put on by my good friends at the Hilton. So it's a little fancy dinner. It's not going to be everything and everything, but it is a buffet, so you can pick what you want. Now, I'm hoping to sell all those tickets. There's not a lot. Tickets is limited now, so you can't. There's not going to be a million tickets for that. So if you want to come sit down and see who gets these trophies and see who wins, the super chat. Hey, Mike, how you doing, brother? Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Captain Green Toker. Ahoy, matey. So yes, I appreciate my good friend Mike. He's been here for the very beginning, just like Lynette and Jimmy and Captain Green Toker and many other people here. Y'all have been my family for the last 5 years, and I want to celebrate with y'all today. And the way that we're going to do that is that in the next couple videos, I'll have uploaded and done 900 videos on YouTube. I really should be giving myself one of these trophies, right? But that's not what it's about. What it's about is trying to recognize companies who have worked hard to earn our business. And there are some companies in Ohio who I think do deserve some recognition. That's not a lot of companies, but we got a decent amount of companies in Ohio. Some of these companies are Ohio-born companies. And you know, I could tell stories about a lot of different companies, but what I would advise you to do to help learn about some of these companies that I'm talking about is to go back and watch some of the 900 videos that I uploaded about all these different dispensaries, all these different cultivators, all these different. I even created a series called Ohio Cannabis Growers, and back then nobody watched it. That was 5 years ago, but that gave you some of the grassroots, what we were going through back then. Some of you never even seen the struggles that we went through at the very beginning of the program. Some people just weren't involved at that point. Now I have some really exciting news about the Ohio Cannabis Expo, and I'm so excited to share this with you. There's a couple updates. Now, many of you might remember a good friend of mine, Dr. Bridget Williams. She's a medical cannabis doctor here in the state of Ohio. And me and her have worked out a deal to do $80 medical cannabis recommendations at the Ohio Cannabis Expo. And we're giving you a special deal, and we'll make the process very easy for you. Things have changed. There's telemedicine now. Technology has evolved. So you don't need to worry about bringing a bunch of blood tests, x-rays, medical records. Everything is online now. Everything is digitized. So it's not nowhere near as complicated as it used to be. Now, if you would like to see who some of the guest speakers are going to be, you can see that on my social media. But what I'll be putting out in the next day will be the final event schedule, which will show you what times each panels, which workshops. And I would like to talk about some of those workshops and panels today, because I hope after today, some of you who are on the fence about buying tickets will at least give me a try. I mean, I'm trying to give you a value for this tickets and not just a bunch of vendors there, but I want the vendors there. I want the people there. I want education there. So what I'm doing is a couple different workshops, and I'm going to go over those workshops right now. One workshop is being hosted by a company called Cannabis. They basically help people who are interested in getting a license with a dispensary or maybe a cultivator or processor. And, you know, their goal is to help put on a seminar to help explain what are the things you might need in order to that. And I have more details about their whole program. I just got it, so I don't have all of it in front of me right now. So I'm just giving you a sneak peek of it. We also have a home grow class that's going to be done by a good friend of mine, Xavier, and another friend of mine, Amit. You might have met Amit the last expo. He is the president of Horticulture Lighting Group, and he is one of our official sponsors of the Ohio Cannabis Expo, Canton. And I would like to also thank some more of our sponsors, SMC Productions and Southern Ohio Botanicals as well, for being sponsors with us right now. I really do appreciate your support and helping us. And I also want to thank our good friends at Spender for being supporters and sponsors of this event. Now, there's still time. If you're watching this and you one of those companies that wanted to sponsor, but you haven't, you've been on the fence, you can still do that. We also are spending a lot more investment and money in advertising. We have tried everything we can to advertise to all the medias. Some of them won't even talk to us because it's cannabis, but other ones have spoken to us. And we're really excited to hopefully have iHeartRadio helping us, and they'll be doing some commercials right there in the Kent area. And those of you who like to listen to rock and roll, you're going to hear us on the rock and roll radio station in Kent. You're going to hear something about us. We're going to be on the airwaves some kind of way. And we're also going to be in some newspaper ads too. So you will start to see Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Euclid, Alliance, Canton, North Canton, East Canton. Y'all are about to start seeing more pop-ups about the Ohio Cannabis Expo. So we are trying something different because we want to make sure people know. And so, hey, that works out, Lynette. You know, it works out because then you'll be able to renew with Dr. Bridget. Now, something else that we're doing is we're doing a workshop on harm reduction. This is an area that I have limited information in, so I'm not going to go into any specific details. But for those who are interested in that particular topic, we are doing a harm reduction workshop. And we will, again, it will be on the schedule what time that workshop will be. Now, I also want to talk about these workshop and panels. Now, these rooms are not humongous rooms, so space will be limited. So what I'm saying is if you want to attend one of these panels and you got a panel or workshop that you really, really want to attend, you're going to want to come early. I also want to tell you, if you're interested in the industry panel and to hear what some industry people have to say, we're doing it both days. That way, if you miss Friday, you'll be able to do Saturday. You know, so I thought about that last time. Somebody was like, "Oh, well, if it would have been on the second day, I would have been able to count." Well, all right. Well, we just covered it. We're doing it both days. I also excited about our traumatic brain injury panel. We have some other people that I have met who are going to be speakers who also have traumatic brain injuries. We have a veterans panel. We're going to have some veterans here. I'm excited to have some veterans talk and some of the disparities that they're experiencing and having access to cannabis. So I'm really excited on how this is all starting to line up. We are going to have a couple of dispensaries there. We're hoping to have some process. We all have Bennett Leaves. Shout out to my good friends at Bennett Leaves. Bennett Leaves going to be in the house. If you know, Bennett Leaves has been helping me and supporting all these local folks. And Bennett Leaves is one of the first processors in the program. And I appreciate y'all, Bennett Leaves, for being a part of the Ohio Cannabis Expo for the second time. I appreciate all the companies that came back to be a part of the expo. Again, we're going to do other expos at other locations next year. And as we work on securing those locations, we will be announcing where those locations will be. And if you are someone who has a location you think we could use to do the next Ohio Cannabis Expo anywhere in Ohio, I'm interested. You email me at info@ohiocannabislive.com if you have access to a location that's going to have an affordable price that we can all agree on. So yours expires in March. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Captain Green Toker. You know, I think the more information we can provide people about these topics, or the more people will be able to learn and be able to move forward. And at the same time, I want people to have a good time. You know, I'm trying to do something different. I had never thought at the beginning of the year that I would be hosting an expo at the Hilton Hotel. I did not believe that, not one single bit. I didn't believe that I'd have a company, Central Ohio Apparel, who makes these hats for us. I'll let y'all see it up close. It's not embroidery, so it's a little bit different. And they also made this shirt as well. So these things are going to be available to you if you want to order them from our website. We can have them shipped to you. But in the end, we are trying to invest in more things that we think will make the expo better, and have more information and have more experts. Another thing we're doing, I almost forgot, but I'm not going to forget. We're also doing a accounting workshop about cannabis financing. And that's going to be really interesting. And again, I look forward to out sharing the event schedule with you. It will be posted on OhioCannabisExpo.com in the next 24 to 40 hours. And, we will be sharing with those who will be participating as well. But we worked really hard to get all these things finalized and trying to get everybody together. Tickets are going to go fast, just like last time. Space will go limited. I mean, the place can hold up to 400 people in the main ballroom, and then the hotel can hold a lot of people too. So, I mean, don't wait till last minute to book your hotel room, because, it will fill up really quickly. And then you know how it gets when they're running out of rooms and they start trying to, raise the price. So book your hotel rooms, or there are other hotels in Canton if you need to book. I also want to let you know a couple things. Right across the street from this hotel is a place called the First Lady's House. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm surely going to investigate when I get down there. And also, this place is minutes away from the Hall of Fame Village. So if you've never been to the Football Hall of Fame Village, I encourage you to put it on your bucket list. It's right around the corner. It's an opportunity for you to see some really cool stuff. They have this Ferris wheel there. It's very nice complex to check out, and support the local businesses in Canton. Make sure you come to the expo. Make sure you eat at the restaurants there. Go shopping at all the little shops in Canton. Canton has a lot of little unique businesses that you could check out while you're there. And then, just a 20-minute drive away from there of all kinds of other places you could check out from the hotel. But just know, when it comes to our event, it's a one-stop shop. You've got the panels, the workshops, and then the vendors and exhibitors. And you don't even have to leave the hotel. You can just stay there, and there's a restaurant in the hotel. So if you want to eat, you can have food made right there at the hotel. How you doing, Madam Maru House of Cards? Good to see you here. Thank you for checking in tonight. What you medicating on? Is the Bloom event tomorrow? They gave us a flyer. I'm not quite sure, Brad. I'd like to see the flyer. Can you email it to me? If your car, hey Bobby K, if yours is expired, it's no problem to renew. You still renew your car with Dr. Bridget, and Dr. Bridget Williams, Dr. Bridget Williams, I always call Dr. Bridget Williams. She can answer any of the questions you may have before the expo or at the expo. So she's really good at answering questions. She's really good at working with people. And she's a regular doctor, so she's going to give you really good sound advice. And that's one reason why I've continued to work with Dr. Bridget for the last several years, because time and time again, she definitely makes you feel like there are medical professionals in the cannabis space who understand the benefits of this plant. And, I want to also give y'all some updates about my home grow situation. So what I've been trying to do is just kind of get things kind of calmed down from where they were in the summer. So I have completely taken down all of the plants that were outside, and I've come to a conclusion with the plants outside that, one, I didn't give them enough sunlight. Number two, I think I just set them out there. They were, I always call them the devil's rejects anyway, because they were plants I had trouble with that I said, well, I'm going to set them outside, and if they recover and do great, wonderful. Some of them recovered a little bit. The rest of them never really recovered, and I should just throw them away. So lessons learned there about trying to get stuff to grow outside. So I just took down some lemon glue that is amazing right now. It looks great. I can't wait to show y'all what that looks like. And I also just took down some sour cherry that was actually growing outside. We'll see what happens with the sour cherry. I still think the main thing that I learned is just I needed more light than what I was getting. And, now I'm going to, like I said, improve upon on the next run. And I'm not starting my layer cake until after the expo. So there'll be a whole new series out, Mastermind Growing Layer Cake. And I'll have you all on my journey as I try to grow my own layer cake to see if it's just as good as the layer cake that Grow Ohio's growing. So make sure you subscribe so you can see the journey of my own layer cake. I already got my seeds here. I want to pop them today, but like I said, I'm going to wait a little bit longer, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop them. I'm just reading everyone's comments. Okay, how's that LA Kush cake doing, Captain Green Toker? London Pound Cake, TACA. You said it's working well? Do you feel like the THCA gives you a longer effect than regular stuff from a dispensary, or do you think it's about the same, Madam's Maru House of Cards? Yeah, that's if you get the special discount. You know that'll go. That's gonna be a limited. That's a limited deal you over there talking about, Lynette. I can understand that, Bobby K. I've been dealing with a lot of pain myself. Tammy said you smoking on that ice cream cake. I feel that. I feel that. Oh yeah, I have arthritis as well, Bobby K. So I know. Have you tried to use any creams or salves, Bobby K? Have you tried that at all? Hey, how you doing, kind buds? Kind bud dank nuts. How you doing this evening? You like the lyric? You really like the lyric cake too? Ah, another fan. Another fan. Hey Lynette, can you do me a favor? Can you put the Ohio Cannabis www. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I got it. I got it. I forgot I had this tablet in my hand. I'm so used to doing this differently now, but I think this is better because then I can pay more attention to your comments in real time instead of me missing them. And then I can type stuff in like this on my iPad and you'll get it faster. So you can go there, just put the link in there, and you can vote. And like I said, make sure you subscribe to the site first, and that will make sure that you get a voter ID going a lot faster. Now, something else we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some streams over the weekend. Um, and then after this expo's over, man, I think that's when we're going to start working on getting back to the Zooms that Captain Green Toker's been asking me about. I do think that I miss doing that a little bit because I feel like when I'm live streaming with you, because there's so many watchers, there's so many checks and balances that we can't, I can't really unleash the full mastermind. I can't unleash the full mastermind that I really want to unleash. We got so many watchers and watchers that if I was to go out here and just be really me, we'll break this internet real quick. Now, I did say if we got 1,000 views in one stream, in a live stream, that I would do a big dab. And I already got me some frosted Oreos or something like that. And they are smacking. It's some like live resin batter, and it is strong. And I spent a lot of my life sitting down. I used to work in a call center, and I used to basically just sell people on things, memberships, auto service, credit card financing with store credit cards, like Pottery Barn and J. Crew and Lane Bryant. You've probably heard of those. And I used to just sit on the phone, and then they would say, you had to stay at your desk so many hours, and then you can get up and take a break. Then you had to be back at your desk so many hours. And, I got to feeling almost like it was slave work. Hey, Craig Thomas, he said that. I appreciate the super chat, Craig. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, I started to really have some feelings about what was going on at this company. And, it's call center work, you're just sitting there, sitting there. And Little did I know that this was literally hurting my knees, hurting my legs, because I'm spending years taking calls. Thank you for calling such and such and such and such. This is Anthony Riley. How can I help you? And I did it for years. I did all kind of stuff: credit card operations, debit card operations, fraud department. I've done all kinds of stuff, trainings, but most of that was. So now that I'm 44, and I am only 44, I have trouble with my knees. So if you see me walking with a cane, which you really rarely don't see me walking with the cane, just know that's what it is. I have to keep moving. If I stop for too long, if I sit for too long, I go through this extreme pain. You know, I want to tell y'all that without cannabis, I would be in the hospital right now. I want to tell y'all that I'm putting everything I got, my own money and everything, into this Ohio Cannabis Expo, into the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner. I'm putting everything into this, everything I got left for the rest of the year. So in order for it to succeed, I need y'all to spread the word. I need y'all to buy tickets. I need y'all to tell, I need you to go to every dispensary in Ohio that you go to and say, are you going to be at the Ohio Cannabis Expo? Are you going to be there? I need you to go to your local dispensary and ask them, are you going to be at the Ohio Cannabis Expo? Because I really would like to see you there. Let them know why they should be at the Ohio Cannabis Expo, why the Ohio Cannabis Expo is the people's expo. I'm trying to connect the industry to the consumers. I'm trying to connect the community to the industry. I'm trying to bring it all together because in November, there's an election coming up. And after that election, certain people are going to be allowed to stay in office. Hey, Bobby, I really appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Bobby K. Thank you very much. And so I really want to make sure that we give people as much information as humanly possible before the election about cannabis laws, home grow, adult use, recreational. Because there's a lot of confusion right now. I have people who think it's okay to sell seeds and clones because in other markets, it is okay. On the internet, people are selling them and they're saying they're hemp. But I'm just going to be keeping it 100 with you. They're not. It's weed. It's regular. You're going to grow the seed and get some weed. That's what we've been doing for years. It's not new. Okay, it's not some new thing. But what I do have concerns about is that as we evolve as a recreational state, how are we going to have a way to tell that if Joe Schmo at a market or an event sells me a clone, he tells me it's Larry OG? How do I really honestly know that it's Larry OG? I'm gonna have to take his word for it. And that's kind of how it's been for many years. And in other markets, they sell them in the dispensary or they got the garden store selling them. There's so many different things. Ohio has not really established any regulations for e-commerce for home growers or anybody else. All they've done is establish the commerce for the industry. And we need to, as a community, speak up and say, what about the home grow rules? Why can we not have the home grow markets? Why can we not have home grow championship giveaways or whatever? I mean, we can do whatever we want and face the consequences later. But when I questioned various government officials about selling seeds and clones, they literally clammed up and told me, no, it's not legal. We can't do it. But I was like, but people already been doing it. What are you saying? I'm like, these guys are doing it at the county fairgrounds. There's not a problem. Nothing went wrong. There was no issue. What are you saying? Why won't you just agree to let it happen? And they didn't want to. They just, I asked the government of Ohio to give us a fact sheet so that we could give this to event people, organizers to know what are the do's or don'ts, so you don't get raided, so you don't have your stuff taken, so you're in compliance. They're still waiting on that fact sheet, DCC. I want to make sure that everybody who's trying to build out here and build their business out, whether you want to sell seeds or sell clones, that you can have a commerce for that, that you can do it with no worry of somebody punishing you for you just trying to make a couple dollars, because this stuff has to come from somewhere. And in order for you to be able to home grow, you got to be able to get seeds and you got to be able to get clones. So we got to have a process for it. We can't just ignore this. We have to say, hey, legislator, we need an amendment to the law that says that someone can buy or register a license with the Division of Cannabis Control to be able to grow a limited amount of plants with the reason of selling them as clones at garden stores or somewhere or markets or whatever. We need to get it to where they make it in the law that says we can do this. Okay, I heard a weird noise. Sorry. My house might be a little haunted. We'll talk about that in another stream. But yeah, I just heard something. And I was trying to identify where it's probably my girlfriend making noise with messing with me. So, okay. Oh, I didn't even know I can make this even bigger. Yeah, Red Dawn. See, you're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. Like, some type of micro license where, like some type of micro license where people could do these little markets and things like that and make money and, be able to do it without no true concern. But trying to say it's hemp, trying to basically be up under the farm bill, and we know it ain't hemp, they just aren't being real with ourselves. Why not just do it right? Why not do it the Ohio way and have it to where people can do it in a way where they can make some money off of it and they don't have to worry about nobody coming to raid them. I mean, we already know what happened with the helicopter thing a few months back. And we know that there's helicopters, drones still flying over right now. And that's still crazy. I mean, I still don't understand why Ohio residents are not calling legislators every single day demanding that they do something to make the medical or recreational law better. For example, we need to have the law amended that says medical patients can consume cannabis with a torch or a flame, because right now the law says that medical patients cannot consume cannabis. So what that will mean is when pre-rolls do come on the market, medical patients will have to purchase those products as recreational customers and pay a sales tax on it because they can't buy it as a medical patient. That's a problem. That is a problem. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we have to address. We cannot allow them to take the social equity money, which is 39% of the recreational sales revenue, which is over 100 million right now. You got to ask, where is that money at right now? Where is that social equity cut at? And no, social equity just don't mean black people. That means poor people in general and people who have been affected by crimes, cannabis crimes. Who's going to fund these expungement clinics? Because that's something else I wanted to try to do. I didn't get it done this time, but the next time we're going to have expungement clinics too eventually at the Expo, so you can learn how to get your record cleared, because there is ways to do this. You either get your record cleared or to get your record sealed. So a lot of people don't realize there's all these pathways to get into the legal cannabis space and start your own business and come out of the shadows of whatever you're doing right now, whether you're doing it as a legacy grower or if you're doing homemade edibles. There's a way to come out of the shadows. No, you ain't got to do it that way no more. There's white label opportunities. There are partnerships. I bet you didn't even know you could sell your recipe. Let's say you making homemade edibles and you figured out something and people like it. You could license your recipe to a company. That's what One of Gummies is. One of Gummies is a recipe that's licensed to companies all over the country that sell legal gummies. It's a license for recipe. They don't touch the product at all. So imagine you being at home, being the next Betty Crocker Cannabis, and you figured out some cool edible, something like that, and you could license how that edible is made, the recipe, with your protections on it, with your copyright on it, to a company or companies all over the country. Bet you didn't think about that, did you? But I did. And I think there's people who can explain how to do this much better than me. And that's why you got to come to the Ohio Cannabis Expo. So you can get some insight on some of these things I'm talking about, because it is a lot for us to learn. Yeah, I mean, there's soap, salves, creams, candles, all kinds of things that people have been making for years on their own at home, not realizing they could take that untapped potential and develop that into a recipe that they could sell in white label and make money. Not just in Ohio, but anywhere in the whole country that has legal cannabis. People are doing this and they're making a good bit of money off of this. So, I mean, there's so many ways that you can enter the legal market from where you are. They're just not providing the pathways. And that's what we have to demand change. Demand that some of that money is a pathway program for people who make homemade products to show them they should be able to get grants or classes to be able to take to learn how to do professional edible making. It's a whole bunch of things to learn. But once you learn them, you can get a job in the industry. You can do whatever you want once you understand how these things are scientifically connected. And once you understand how to do stuff to make it stable, food stable, whoo, oh man, the kind of money you can make, stop it. Stop. Those people that are growing, you could be contracting with these companies. I mean, they need support from Ohio's cannabis community. Show them how to make the right labels. Show them how to make a tight. What is missing? Well, they'll never figure out what they're missing if we don't show them who we are in Ohio and what kind of stuff we want. And we're not telling a dispensary every time we go in there, I'm looking for White Widow. Something's wrong because there is no White Widow. Somebody in this chat right now, show me a dispensary in Ohio that sells White Widow. There isn't one. There isn't one. And I'm just naming one off the top of my head. So there's a lot of strains that are missing. But you know what else I want to talk about is I decided to take a look at the Michigan menus the other day. I looked at y'all's favorite locations, Monroe and Morenci. I looked it over very carefully. And what I was able to glean, other than the obvious, and we don't need to say that out loud because we already know the obvious. But what I did also notice is the lack of strains. They lacked some of the basic strains that we like, that we have here in Ohio. I'm going to name some of them to you. Runts. I could not find any regular runts in any of those dispensaries that were near the border. I looked for wedding cake. I could not find any wedding cake in any of the dispensaries along the border. Doesn't mean it's not there, but I did not locate it. I looked for layer cake. Not happening. There ain't no layer cake in Michigan that I know about. Somebody else finds some layer cake in Michigan at a dispensary. Email me the link at info@ohiocannabislive.com because I'm dying to know what their layer cake is like, aren't you? Okay. I didn't see any layer cake. I looked for lemon do-si-do. I didn't see that. I looked for White Widow. I did not find that. I looked for many other different strains that we have here in Ohio. And they don't have them. And these are well-known, established strains, not just the ones I'm naming, but other ones that everything I kept finding was these very weird, bizarre names. And I thought, what happened to the OG stuff that we had 3 or 4 years ago up there? Not there. Not there. You know, we used to have stuff like Willie Nelson. Not there. Snoop Dogg, not there, gone. There was all kind. There was Obama Kush, not there, gone. There was so many different strains that you could get. Your head will pop. Now it's very limited, and it's none of the stuff people are really raving about. Like, RS1, for example. I did not find that either. I mean, not to say these things aren't available in Michigan. I'm just saying, looking at these places that are right at the border, I just want to see like what was like the cool strains they got there that maybe gets people excited to go there. And maybe you'll tell me in the comments some of the cool strains that you've gotten from Michigan. But I didn't really see anything all that cool available. I just saw a bunch of cheap weed. And sometimes cheaper isn't better. But have at it. But I was not impressed in anything that I saw. I mean, other than, like I said, the obvious, understated, the prices are significant. But again, we have a long way to go before we'll be anywhere close to those prices, because before we can get there, we have to re-energize the market here. And we're trying to get people to vote, and it's hard to get people to vote because people are still going north, and whenever there's a deal to be had, they don't even know about it because they're only looking in their local market. I can tell you that I've seen some deals that were literally just insane. I'm gonna give you an example of a deal that was from Ohio that I bet you didn't know existed. There was a deal where once a week you go to this dispensary and you could buy anything you wanted, any product you wanted, any size, any kind, doesn't matter. And the second one was a penny. Now you tell me where at in Michigan they got that deal every week. Every week. And I ain't talking about they only got one dispensary. No, they have 3 or 4 dispensaries in Ohio. And I could not believe it. I went there for myself, and guess what? The dispensary was out of weed in there. Now, nobody knew. I mean, can you imagine if you knew a place where you could go once a week, every week, okay, and get anything you wanted, buy one, get one, something for a penny? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, okay? I couldn't believe it. Now, I'm sure that deal's over. But what I have learned and noticed, just scrumming around the internet, just looking at a couple of shops here and there, that some of these places, they're selling like their own, as we used to call it in Michigan, house weed. And they're selling it, I don't know, pretty dang on cheap. Now, here's the caveat. Whenever I see cheap weed, the first thing I think is, how old is it? How old is that weed? That is the first thing that comes to mind when I look at it. So, how old is it? Because a lot of times, old weed will be cheaper and new weed will be more. And when I looked at the higher end weed in Michigan, I noticed that weed still carry your regular 200 an ounce plus price. So to me, there was a lot of budget weed out there, lots of it, but a lot of it had, again, these strange names that I never really too much know a lot about. And, it just seemed to me like it wasn't nothing exciting. It didn't make me go, ooh. I mean, back in the day, man, they would have these really, really high quality pictures of the bud on their menus. They're not doing that anymore. So now it's back to, it sounds like it's dirt cheap, and I used to go through this before. You would see something there, and you'd be like, oh man, that's a deal. I'm there. Sign me up. You get in your car, you drive all the way there because you saw this deal on Weed Maps. You're like, oh, it's great. You get there, and guess what? It ain't nowhere near what they advertise it to be. It ends up being seeded, ends up being smalls, And you're like, I got you know, you didn't buy it, or maybe you did buy it and opened it up later and realized you got bamboozled. But that was how I used to be at. Used to go up there to Michigan, and I went all the way in. I went all the way to Detroit, past Morenci and Monroe. You know, I went all the way in there. I went up and down 8 Mile Road. I talked to so many dispensaries, and I kept thinking, how many other people go up to Ohio, man, and get fleeced and don't want to tell people they got fleeced up in Michigan and bought some weed and it was some boo-boo. I'm just saying. I mean, everybody has different experience and everybody different feeling about what's good weed and what ain't. And I mean, I remember even buying that High Times bag just a few years ago, and most of that weed that was in that bag was okay, but it was old to me. It didn't seem fresh. A lot of it was bone dry. Um, it just seemed like a bag of old weed to me for $300. Um, and you know, I mean, I'm saying, I mean, what I'm doing here, if we don't get to a point, if we got to a point where we could tell you to go buy a $300 bag and then vote on it, would you do that? Would you go out and buy a $300 bag and then vote on it? And it's just a bunch of random things that we threw in there. Would you vote on that? Maybe you would. But again, you don't want to pay $300 for no ounce, and the bag's an ounce. So you paid $300 for a bag for an ounce, but everybody wants ounces for 100 or less. So it's like you know, but it's a mixed bag. So I mean, I did it for the experience, and you know, again, I think that the learning part of it is that again, if you're a person who uses cannabis every day, you're looking for quality, consistency, and reliability. And what I can say honestly is that if I want to buy lemon do in Ohio, I can find it. If I want to buy layer cake in Ohio, I can find it. I want to buy gelato in Ohio, I can find it. If I want to buy that stuff in Michigan, I'm gonna have to look a little bit harder. Not saying it ain't there, but I ain't seeing these big names that I'm used to seeing here. You know, and we do have some pretty exotic strains floating around Ohio right now, not just in the dispensaries, but also in the home grow community. So there's a lot of auto flowers going on right now. And some of those are great, and some of those are not. So there's a lot of different things floating around here. And then you have people bringing stuff from wherever. So there's that import, you know, hey, this is from so-and-so from somewhere. And, you know, it's probably really still from Detroit or from somewhere in Michigan. They're just telling you it's from Cali because that's what sell. You know how many times I went to Michigan and seen a bunch of Cali packaging up there, and they was like, oh, this is our stuff. We just bought the bags from Cali. They were cheaper. You can just buy, I mean, you could literally go on Amazon right now and buy these bags y'all seeing people with. They sell them on Amazon already ready to go for $20. You can get 50 bags with all kinds of characters on them and all kinds of this, that, and the other. I mean, Amazon is so cannabis friendly right now. I can't wait to where we'll be able to just order from them and have them delivered prime. Can you imagine getting some Woodward delivered to you prime? Or some Buckeye Relief being delivered prime, like same day delivery prime. You're sitting there waiting. I'm waiting on my prime delivery. Okay. And then the driver shows up. He's grinning, you're grinning. I can see the commercial now, like, Amazon weed delivery. Here you go, sir. Or DoorDash delivering it. Now you know what happened with DoorDash. They'll probably steal the weed. You know, man, you know these DoorDash people, they stole my food, man. I ordered some old Charlie's one time, and they stole my old Charlie's. Oh snap! You got some art. You got some art. You got some garlic cookie. Okay, it's so stinky. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to try that out, Lynette. Last time it was pretty funky. I mean, it was definitely garlic cookies, y'all. Oh yeah, I really like that sunset sherbet, Bobby K, for sure. I mean, smalls are okay. I mean, depending on what it is. I don't disagree with you on something. Yeah. I mean, there's land races 1.5, so there's a lot of people with land races. That's kind of like the weed version of a copyright. Hey, that's what's up, kind buds and dank nugs, man. Appreciate you trying to help everybody out in Cincinnati area, man. Much love to you for that support, man. No, we're not. Anybody else close from Ashland? Hog's breath. Now I got nags. I got nag breath. Now I could show y'all some weed. Y'all want to see some weed? Y'all want to see the grow before the lights go out? I could show you. You could see it. Let's see. I wonder what happens if I was to turn my phone sideways. Would it switch? Nope, it won't. It won't let me switch it. It's like, please fix your rotation. We tried it though. Yeah, yeah. Once you're live, you can't change your orientation on your phone. That sucks. YouTube, we need to fix that. Youngstown area. Let's do a location check. Everybody check in your location. Everybody put in what city or what town you in. Location check. We should be doing this every week. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. That's helpful with the YouTube algorithm. All right, let me see. We done did $16 on the super chat. Woo woo woo! We gonna hit that. We hit that threshold, everybody, and I can show you. Did we hit the threshold? Or we're about to hit it. We are at 99. We're at $99 there to be able to get another payout. So I appreciate y'all supporting the channel. We need 24 cents. So I know after today's stream, we will definitely meet our quota for the YouTube payout. So I definitely appreciate y'all. I'm looking at y'all's comments. Yeah, you said I get horizontal a lot. No, I could do it. I just at the end of the live and start over. Hey, kind buzz, I appreciate the dollar super chat. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Now we up to we almost up at the $20. Holy moly, we about to break a record. Oh snap! Madam Murray's House of Cards. We got another $2 donation. All right, let's go look at the grow. All right, let me disconnect this here. Let's see. Mobile. I gotta take everything with me here. All right. Let's see here. All right, now trying to think the best way to show y'all this. Maybe we go like this. So this will give you all. This will give us all the way. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to put this in the tent for obvious reasons. All right. So right now we've got lemon glue, critical gelato, and Niagara breaths. So let me introduce to the ladies here. So this lady over here, this is my lemon glue. Now I just harvested one. So coming soon on that. And then this is the nag breath. Had a little issue with the leaves here, but other than that, it's looking nice. And this is critical gelato. It's just starting out. It's a little bit further behind than the other ones. But the other one in the back, that one is also a critical gelato that was started a little bit sooner. So, you know, I've only got 4 plants going in here right now. And so I'll let you get a little bit closer look at it. And I just did some trimming today, trimming stuff up. Thanks, Tammy. Nah, I'm trying to scrog it a little bit. I mean, I just got it. I got them kind of bent down right here because I wanted to. I wanted those side buds to get the buds on the side of the stalks to get more light. So, and just turned my light up today, so I'm hoping to see things get a little bit better. I mean, but this is looking really nice and frosty right here. And then, like I said, this is the Nag's breath. And then this one over here is going to be really interesting. This again is another critical gelato. And to me, it's grown a little bit different than this critical gelato. The leaves are a little bit bigger. Now I do have one more orange 43 plant that's going to come through. If it pulls through, and it'll be fine. I'm just letting it try to get a little bit bigger. And that one's in my veg tent. So, but yeah, once that orange 43 starts to go into flower, of course, I'll be showing y'all that one. The other orange 43 turned out okay as far as it's not like Clutch's orange 43 isn't going to make you. Oh man, I gotta get another. A CO2 bag is almost gone. I gotta get some more CO2. It's going. I forgot what I was saying, but no, it's going to be better now. Now, what else I'm going to show you? I'm going to leave y'all here for a second, and I'm going to show you some stuff I just pulled down, so you can see what it looks like drying. Oh crap! I left this open. Damn. Okay, so this is some hand trim lemon glue that I just took. This was the other plant I showed y'all maybe last week or a week or so ago. Still dry, it's still drying. But yep. That's what my hand trimming looks like nowadays. Trying to get it to focus better. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. There we go. Yeah, oh, there you go. Now you can see it. Yep. So yeah. So that's what I got coming up next. And it is, I ain't gonna lie to you, I already snuck in and tried a little bit of it. And it is pretty good. It's pretty good. And I hand trimmed the whole plant because I just wanted it to look good. And I knew it was gonna look good. Here go a little bud sample. Just like not, so I'll show you the whole stop. This is just, it's got lots of orange hairs on it. Lots of orange. But yeah, it's not no, you know, it's homegrown, grown by Mastermind. It's show and tell. Woo! It's only if you can smell it. You will smell it. Oh, it smells so great, man. Now the sour cherry, I'm not sure it's even worth showing you what it looks like right now. I'm looking at it, see how it's progressing along, and it just, I didn't get colas like I just showed you. Well, I got a couple, but it's still, it's still dry. Oh, but it's funky though. Ooh wee, it's funky. This is the sour cherry. And there's a little leaf that needs to be trimmed off, but it is sticky and funky. I mean, it's got that almost like it's almost like a GMO-ish smell. I mean, you can see the THC on that sucker on the top, but yeah, it didn't. The buzz didn't form up as much as I wanted it to, but it's still probably gonna be good. Whew, I love the smell on it. I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the Mac and Jack. That's what it smells like. I couldn't think of it right off the top of my head. Like, what does this remind me of? Oh, here I got another bud to show you of it. There, yeah. Mind you, I just cut this down yesterday, so it's still not nowhere near dry yet. But I'm trying to get the camera to focus on the thing. See the colors. There we go. That's what I wanted y'all to see right there. Maybe not that hair there, but you get it. It's gonna be good. Woo wee! Sour cherry. So yeah, lemon glue, sour cherry, critical gelato, Nag's breath, and then what'll be coming out next will be Orange 43. We're gonna try. I guess I'm gonna try OG Kush one more time. I didn't really like what happened with the last one. Try OG Kush, and we're gonna see how that does. Well, you know what? I would say you're right. Some of the weed that I've come across from the dispensary, I have gotten some sticky weed from the dispensary. Um, but oftentimes it it's kind of like it surprised me, right? All right, so look, I want to try something different. So just so y'all know, for the Ohio Cannabis Expo, I'm gonna be giving away stuff. I can't say what it is on the internet. I'm gonna let y'all try use your imagination. You've been to my events before. I give away gas cards. I give away money. I give away stuff to people because I'm trying to give back. I'm not rich. Again, I've told you before. I'm living here in my house, and we're in my basement right now. But I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got. And those who come out to the expo, I'm sure we'll have stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all the stuff I normally do because funds is tight. But I'm still going to do stuff. There's still going to be giveaways. There's still going to be raffle. I already bought the raffle tickets. And I tell you what, I got something for you that I'm going to put out right now. It's brand new. And you got to promise me something. Whoever wins this, you've got to let me do a video of you using it. That's going to be part of the deal. If you win this prize, I got to get a video of you using it. Y'all ready for this? This is called the sip. Sit back and relax. Now, I was going to do a review for YoCan on this, but I think it's much funner to give this as a raffle prize at the Ohio Cannabis Expo and see one of y'all take a sip. So, yes, you've seen it here. I will put it in the box for my stuff. So Somebody is going to win this. It's brand new. I'm showing you right now. It is sealed. It's never been touched. Let's talk about some things about it. It says cloud chamber. Y'all better be, man. Y'all better be glad I love y'all, man. I should keep this for myself. Cloud chamber. Cloud chamber. Are you kidding me? Insight RGB. What the hell does that mean? Ease perks. Ultra wide glass. Glass. There's glass. Instant heat from 440 degrees all the way up to 660. Oh, this thing's heavy too. And y'all ain't gonna look. Smoke OS. What the hell is that? And then 23 days of battery life per charge. That's a lot of dabs. Quick control. Single-handedly adapt to your surroundings and concentrates with a joystick. There's a joystick? Man, who's going to win this and who is going to show me how it works? Because oh my God, I need to order another one because I want to open this one up so bad. Hey, Yo, Cam, you watch? Send me some more of these so we could have a whole bunch of people trying them out. Because I ain't forgot about you, my good friends Yo Cam who sent this to me. I just been going through some things, but I've been sitting there thinking like, man, I can't hit this thing right now. I can't hit it right now. But you can. Shout out to my buddies at Yo Can, man. They're always sending me the coolest gadgets. Yeah, this thing has reminders. And then check this out, yo. Fits almost every size and shape of cup. Universal cup fit. What? Look, they got a champagne glass. They got a little Tupperware cup. They got a beer mug. Like, so what are they saying here? Are we to think, do we need a coffee cup in order for this to work? I don't know. Or I bet this is glass. I'm not sure. So I don't know. We're gonna find out though. We are going to find out. So there, you've seen it there. Breaking news. So we're doing MJ cards for $80. We're gonna have a harm reduction survey. We're gonna have a harm reduction workshop. We're going to have a home grow workshop. We're gonna have a lot of stuff going on. So, like I said, visit the link, do your voting, and after you vote, then go to www.ohiocannabisexpo.com. Oops. And get your tickets. You said no, it's car say, oh, sit. I love that. Oh, sit. Oh, that's so funny. Does it fit Dakota? I don't know, man. I want to know, man. I want to know 1-5. I want to know. Yeah, you want to check that out, Jerry? I bet you gonna be there, Jerry. Oh, it's an electric dab. Yeah, it is. It is. Looks like a hash apple kind of. Ha. Yo can make some good stuff, man. Yeah, they make a lot of stuff. It's very interesting, some of the things that they have made. How's the weather where you are? I mean, right now it's warmer than it's been, but I hear it's going to be cold again. And I'm giving you your local forecast now. And so I'm hearing it's going to be cold, and then it's going to be warm in the day. And anybody got to cut grass? Because grass is still growing. We still got grass going here, and I got to cut my grass. So you said smoking a joint in the backyard. I feel that. Coming up next, Mastermind smokes a joint in the backyard. Coming soon. It's like, now, when you go to your dispensary, they're not going to believe you about the trophy. So you got to show them the video. You got to be like, look at that, man. It says right on the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner. What company's name goes here? I know you think it's mine, but no, it's got to be somebody else's. Should I say, who are the champions of Ohio? And then somebody said, man, we want to do a cannabis cup. I was like, man, nah, we got a bowl, man. We're going to do a bowl. This is like a Super Bowl. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Vote now, OhioCannabisAwards.com, where we will make sure the right people get this trophy. Because I'm telling you, there are 7 of these. And they're not, look at it. Look at the bottom of this. Let's see this. Shout out to Hartman's Trophies. So yeah, this is not no cheap trophy. Okay, this is the real deal stuff. Look at that up close. Look at that. Look at that. This is, you know what I was going for? I wanted it to be like an Olympic torch, but like a Emmy Grammy. But then I thought, these guys in this cup and it's low. I said, all right. Then we thought, wait, they could use the bowl. Oh man, yeah. So, what did we learn today? We learned that we need to go to OhioCannabisAwards.com and vote to see who is the best dispensary in your area. Central, North, South, East, West. And who is the best cultivator in the whole program? Who is the best processor? Who makes the best gummy ever? Who makes the best dab ever? Who makes the best whatever? I want to know. And there is an answer to this question, okay? Now, regardless of what prices have been, there are still products out there that people can buy that are affordable from some people. But does that make them the best? I can tell you that at one point in time, I could name every grower and every processor in the state without even looking at anything. Now, the names, they've changed, but some of these still the same people. Like I learned the other day, I bought something that said Essence. I bought this layered cake, Essence. Somebody's like, oh, that's Verano. I thought I was trying a new grower. I was like, I'm trying this new grower. It's Verano. So then you see Savvy, and you're like, oh, that's a new grower. No, that's Verano. So I remember there was Eden's Trees, and now we've got Moxie. But Eden's Trees and Moxie is the same people. Same thing. We used to have one origin, and now it's You Be Good. So at first it was like, this is our one origin. They're going to kill. But now I said, you better be good. I love the name. You Be Good. You better be good on the. I'll be good on this edibles. You should see what I got next to me on nightstand. I got some You Be Bad edibles. No, I got some You Be Good CBN gummies at my bedside. Do you have any gummies at your bedside? What company do you use for your gummies? What company? Ohio or Michigan company? And you tell me, how fast does a Michigan gummy take to take effect this versus Ohio's gummy? In the comments, let's go. Let's go. So you know what else I need to do? I need to go get some herb. And you're going to help me do it. We might even do it live. Could you imagine me showing up there? Don't dare me now. Don't dare me. We get up to like 100 viewers. We go into the dispensary live on this show right now. I think I could do it. Can I do it, YouTube? Can we do it, YouTube? Can we do it? Why are we asking them? This is freedom of speech, man. It's legal in Ohio for folks over 21 to be able to buy cannabis, non-medical cannabis, as they want to say, non-medical. It's so stupid. Cannabis, weed, herb, the chronic, pot. The news people love saying pot on TV. I'll be sitting there watching TV. So anyway, new recreational sales on pot. Pot. Is that like the new official like news word, pot? Well, we can't say can. We can say pot though, because that could be like a plant pot. It's just like these people say somebody died. Now they're unalive. Unalive. The hell's that? We're unalive now. Okay. We are unalive. No, we're live. We are 100%. We are live. We're not unalive. We're live. RSO caps. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be put on my face right now. like you said it. So I'm gonna pull up the menu to the dispensary that's right around the corner of my house. And I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna real time. I'm not gonna show the prices, YouTube. Don't worry. I'm not gonna tell you the name of the dispensary. I'm just gonna look it up and I'm gonna see if I can find anything that I'm interested in. And something I want to talk about while I'm doing this is that many people don't know this, but we'll cover it again. As a medical cannabis patient, you only have to be 18, not 21. So we have people who are under 21 who can go to the dispensaries in Ohio specifically and purchase legally with a medical cannabis card. So for those who are not 21, you can get your card if you qualify under one of Ohio's qualified conditions. Okay? We're all suffering here. So it's funny now. First it asked me was I 21, and now it's asking me am I 18. This is still the same app. I'm like, So let me also ask this in the comments. When you look for stuff, those who do shop at dispensaries, what platform do you use? iHeart? Do you use Weed Maps? Which platform do you use to look up your stuff? Because I think that's something worth talking about, because a lot of times people will just go to whatever Google gives them, but going to different menus on different websites actually matters. So like, I want to explain that a little bit, why it matters. It matters in the sense that some sites are much easier format than others. And a lot of times you will also see it'll be easier for you to look at the deals. Now, I have, when I first started out, we used iHeart Jane was really popular. And kind of like it was like Weed Maps was here, but Weed Maps you couldn't order online. So now most dispensaries in Ohio do offer online ordering. So that makes it a little bit easier. And some dispensaries even have drive-throughs, but you have to go there and buy from them once before they'll let you do that. So, I mean, that's something to consider. And now, and it's Friday night. I mean, You can buy cannabis in a dispensary in Columbus up to 9 o'clock at night. You got to be there probably like 8:30 ish. And then there's some places that are doing drive-through onlys at night. So I'm looking here at, and always they got now where you got to go medical and recreational, and really it's the same. It's the same menu either way, but it won't be. Eventually, it'll be two different menus. So I'm looking here, and I see one thing that I like that I tried before that was really good, and I might try again. But overall, I'm looking at it. I still don't really see. Somebody said ice cream cake earlier, and that made me want ice cream cake. Made me want to see. Well, maybe I can get my hands on some ice cream cake. But I don't really see. And let me see if there's any specials. Like you always got to check. See, well, is there any deals going on? And I don't see anything. It doesn't say anything. So it looks like I don't really see any opportunity. Anything jumps out at me. They got the one of gummies there, but no. Now I'm gonna check another place a little bit further away. See if they have anything else there. But see, the thing about me is like when I shop for stuff, like I'm a little bit different than most people. Like I'm looking for specific products. And now this one here says debit card processors are currently working intermittently. Uh-oh. Has anybody else heard about any issues with debit cards? I haven't heard anything. But I tell you one thing. I tried SFV Kush, and listen here. When I mean it's night, I mean it's night. Okay, this stuff was so night, and I want to get some more of it, but I see it's gone already because somebody else probably got it and was like, "Man, this is night. Let me go get some more of the night." And I don't blame them because it was true heavy duty indica. And but that ain't the same thing. But yeah, I mean, it's true heavy duty indicas, and it was no joke. You hear me? But yeah, right before we wrap up today's show, let's find out what everybody's having for dinner. I just got a coupon for DoorDash, so I don't know. I might splurge. We might splurge. Yesterday, I had some stuff I shouldn't have had, and it wasn't good to me. I was a little disappointed. So let me know what you're gonna have for dinner. Let me take a look at y'all's comments. Let's see. Yes, DoorDash. Soul's Vide Steak. Okay, sounds interesting. I'm a steak lover. Treat yourself well. You know that's right. Yeah, I'm saying here. I'm looking at y'all's comments. Curbside, yeah, I'm no drive-through. Sounds good, right? Dutchy Pay, you like Dutchy Pay? Yeah. San Fernando Valley, yep, you're right. 1-5. It is definitely. I might want to grow some of that after my experience. Had pizza, the free emergency pizza from Domino's. I never tried that. How'd that work out? I'm probably going to eat pizza boats. Okay. All right, Jern. Eat something great like always your last meal. I wish, cheeseburger sounds good too, man. I'm not really supposed to eat them, man, but I really want it. I've been craving a cheeseburger. But from where? Where you gonna get a cheeseburger from? Cheeseburgers, all hamburgers from restaurants ain't created equal. And always be kind. You're right. CBN will put you to sleep, and I love CBN for that purpose. It definitely helps me go to sleep. Oh, I like that True OG as well. Yeah, that is some good stuff too. The green light is that what they're calling it now in Wintersville? The green light. That used to be old VNR, I bet, right? He said green light. I didn't know that's what they called it now. Oh, yes, yeah, okay. I heard it. So I heard they sold it. I was thinking about coming back down to Wintersville and revisiting that whole area because I haven't been down there since the first sales. So I might have to come back down there, man. But you said that the sales ain't that great. Yeah. How long you think it's been since they got bought? You said the same thing you have every night: chicken and mashed potatoes. Ah, man, I love just mashed potatoes. And I know chicken is supposed to be, you can't go wrong with chicken. No cat Wendy's Baconator goes hard. Man, I haven't ate one of them in so long. I'm afraid of it. Anybody ever try like Five Guys? Look, see, Craig already took the words out of my mouth. Five Guys. I see that. See, I don't do five. I mean, I feel like Five Guys is just too dang going greasy for me. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's uh greasy. It's just like, no, I can't do it. All right. So let's see. Let's look at our stats here. Let's see how we're doing. We're we're at 19 people watching, 24 likes. We made $22.96. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. And we've been live for an hour and 26 minutes. Well, I'm gonna let y'all all have dinner. I'm gonna go try to find me something. If I end up making a dispo run, I will go live on the dispo run like I did last time, and we'll see how we go on another run if I end up going. I thank all of y'all for being here with me every Friday. I will be coming back. I know I was gonna be live more, and I don't come back all week because I just be so buried in all this work I got to do for the expo. But we're getting to the final days, so now we gotta do the final push. So I'll be on here a lot more. You'll see more videos. We're gonna hit that 900 videos, and we're gonna celebrate 900 videos. Okay. So again, thank y'all for being here. Some of y'all have been on every video, on every video. I've watched all 900 videos already, and thank you for doing that because I know the numbers don't lie. Maybe they do a little bit, but again, I appreciate all y'all support, and we celebrating this week 900 videos on YouTube on Ohio Cannabis Live. It's been a journey with y'all, and I will see y'all here shortly in a few, especially if I end up going to the dispensary. So I'll see you on the next stream. Peace.